Hi everyone, this is Oracle Ong. Thanks for following me. This is a personal reading, a personal tarot reading for my friend whose name starts with the letter A, and I'll keep it anonymous and just leave it at that. But he asked me on Instagram last week, when will I find my new boyfriend? And so this is in a way, a love reading, but I'll try to kind of rephrase that question too. I want questions. I want to engage to be more agentic in how he phrases his question. So, what I think, what message do you need to hear at the moment to help guide you through finding a new boyfriend, a new romantic connection, or it might be that you're meeting different people, but how might you find like a true meaningful connection, and what are the um, key ideas or obstacles that you need to figure out. So I'll be drawing out a couple of cards and see how it goes. The Fool, and this could be the Fool is a very youthful energy, right? But here depicted as an old man who's still very much young at heart. Um, so a foolish old man, but still wanting to take a leap of faith, still wanting new adventures, to meet new people. Um, doesn't really care for being judged by others. He's doing his own thing. He's proud of what he's doing. He's still at the start of a journey, and this is a journey to find love. The next card is Death. Beautifully depicted here in the sasuraibito tarot. So death represents loss, represents grief, mourning. Um, it could be mourning a previous lover. Um, it could be mourning for a version of oneself in that relationship. It could be mourning a particular future that was imagined and planned for, um, that's now gone. So the Fool is mourning something. The Fool is having to grow up, um, having to confront difficult realities, to temper some of that positive vibe with something that's really, really heavy. And I'd like to figure out what that is. So several cards here. The Eight of Pentacles, which will represent the kind of conscious thoughts at the moment, and it's a card that symbolizes diligence, patience, hard work. So it could be that the Fool is like working very hard on himself and working very hard um, in relationships to make sure that whatever new commitment is about to come up, that he'll be ready for it. And I think that's a right, and it's a very positive card. He's working towards self-improvement. He wants to be ready for that next person that's about to come into his life. And interesting that you've got a very dashing Knight of Pentacles here. Look at that hottie, right? Totally my type. Sorry, I mean Ace type. So Knight of Pentacles. This came out. Sorry, this came out in the reverse though, and this is the subconscious energy at the moment in this spread. So two Pentacles cards. Pentacles represents material concerns, earthly concerns. Also, questions about the home. The Knight of Pentacles is typically known as someone who's very cautious, who acts in a very methodical way, wants to be sure of a plan, will always also get his hands dirty. Um, a man of the earth here. It came out in the reverse, and I wonder whether there's still there's some cautiousness, an overly kind of cautious or even like calculating mindset at play here that might be at work and is the obstacle towards real self improvement. That the fool obviously wants to grow up, obviously wants to accept that loss that happened in the past, that loss of a partner, but also a loss of a particular future or version of oneself. Um, and he's working towards improving oneself, but is still falling behind some of that negative energy of being overly calculating, um, perhaps judging potential partners based on perceived value rather than a true heart connection, rather than being truly open to get to know them. It's more about, okay, what do you look like, or what might I gain from you? That kind of mindset, a judgy kind of mindset. And I say that thinking about justice here as a card that came out in the reverse. And this represents the kind of past energy and what you're going through, or that kind of emotional baggage that you're carrying at the moment. And it's a gorgeous image here. The Justice card is a card that requires accepting responsibility, um, and that ability, that coldness to look at truth in the eye. Um, but not cold in a purely detached kind of way, but in a properly objective kind of way. So I'm thinking about why this came out in the past and whether there's something about the previous relationship or relationships or what might have happened quite recently that needs true reckoning, needs to be reviewed for what exactly happened, who was really hurt, who accepting that perhaps both parties were responsible for what happened. It's a it's a justice card that I don't interpret as, you know, now's the time to ask for something in return, but it's more about acceptance. It's more about, okay, that hard period between us happened, that breakup might have happened, and it's okay. We both hurt each other. No one is purely at fault here. Both parties are at fault, and perhaps there's this blaming that's happened. There's this kind of self-hating that's happened, but you need to look at exactly the circumstances as truly what they are, to probably also dig a little bit deeper about what happened, know the real truth, what was truly unfair about the situation. I think there's some reflection that needs to happen, but not a very nosy kind of gossipy kind of energy here. That's not what I interpret about the card. And that will lead towards true openness and a more meaningful connection. Sorry, let me just mute that. I have the beautiful, one of my favorite cards here, the High Priestess, which is a very feminine energy, which is about connecting to intuition, connecting and accepting also life's mysteries, that not everything is truly knowable, and embracing that spirit of openness, that spirit of mystery, that need to let things unfold on their own time rather than overly control things. It came out in the reverse. And as your future card, maybe it's an invitation for you to be properly open and receptive, to make space for the right kind of people to come out and to meet with you, to make space for them, to allow them to unfold, to allow each other's mystery to unfold, not to judge them through a kind of Knight of Pentacles energy, a reverse Knight of Pentacles energy, which is a kind of calculating, very cautious, judgy energy. But it should be a spirit of openness. So let's see a few more cards. King of Cups. That's a great card. You see here an older man who's very much non-judgy, wanting to listen, accept all the emotions, who's super diplomatic as well. This could be who you want to aspire for. This is a person who masters his emotions, not someone who acts out of bias, out of prejudice. Oh, such a beautiful card again. The Star. The Star is about guidance. The Star is about also new directions. It symbolizes hope. I interpret this as incredibly positive as an energy for for the future. So that card is supposed to represent also the other person at play, and that could symbolize someone too. Um, you might be looking for someone um, who could exactly provide you that guidance. I think it also affirms that you should hope, continue to hope. This person is coming. The star in your life is coming. The fool will be ready for that star. Oh, the lovers. So that card is supposed to be representing unexpected events, and this is in your future. I'm so happy for you. It's gonna happen. A true, meaningful connection. The Lover's card sometimes also symbolized with mountains in the background. Of course, there's gonna be obstacles, and it's been quite the journey to get there. There's obviously some real baggage here. You've been asked and you're being asked to transform yourself. And that's why you're working hard at improving yourself. Either emotionally, but this could also be physically, working on your own body. Don't fall into the calculating energies of the Knight of Pentacles. Aspire to be the King of Cups, who's in tune with his emotions, who's non-judgy, who's open. The Star is coming. The Lover's card is here. Let's see one final card. Ten of Wands. So Ten of Wands is also it's a kind of heavier kind of finish. There's some incredibly positive cards here. The Ten of Wands is about obligation too, and that sense of burden that's coming into you. This could represent other external events that you feel are obstacles into your path to find a new partner, to find a new lover. But trust that the lover is going to be there. There will be signs to guide you to that lover. Don't force it. Don't feel that you're alone in this journey. You've got many friends around you who are helping you out um, in your process of self-improvement. So don't feel like you're a Ten of Wands. I would interpret this as a card that um, invites you to welcome other people into your space, to allow space, not bear all this burden or all this pressure too on yourself. You might be feeling like you're kind of like forcing things and needing to meet so many people all at the same time. You might be pressured. Now is the time to find a lover, but this person is coming in your life. Don't feel like you need to force things. Allow things to unfold in their own time. High Priestess. Allow the mystery to unfold in its own time. Be open and receptive rather than using that masculine brute energy that, I'm going to go find a fuck buddy tonight. So, yeah, just continue being the fool. The fool is undergoing quite the journey here. I'm very happy to see all these cards for you. And I hope you enjoy the reading. So let me know if that resonates. If any of you here are wanting a tarot reading, let me know. I can also read for you, and be precise with your questions and accept responsibility. So thank you. This is Oracle Ong.